What's going on today, guys? Hey, I got a special video for you here today. The lady and the children in this photo here with me came to visit me after I helped this lady get her children back. You can see two little cute girls. Now, they had taken the children about 10 months ago. And this is October 27th, 2021. And they put this lady through pure hell. Now, not only did they take her children and lie the whole way, they basically, when the baby was born, the little one there I'm holding, they said that the baby had marijuana in her system, or THC, which after they took the children, they found out and determined that that wasn't true. That the mom had a super small amount of THC in her system, and they roped her into giving up her children, and she didn't realize she was volunteering. Now, she went straight from zero to in the know. She knows what's going on, she's got control of her life, and they just put her through pure hell. Now, at first she didn't really believe what I was trying to tell her, and as time went on and she got more desperate, she ended up calling me and getting my opinion on things, and then things started to change and correct, get more correct, or things would go her way, and the courts would cooperate. They never really, in the beginning, when they gave her the criteria that she had to meet, even though she met that criteria, which was to have a substantial amount of money in the bank, which she had $5,000 in the bank. This is from homeless, zero, didn't have anything, didn't know anything, to $5,000 that she saved from a job. And she had a nice car, she had a house, she had everything for the children. She did everything they asked her to and jumped through all the hoops. And then the case manager started lying on her. We did the Minnesota name holder, if you're aware of that or familiar with that. We did the Minnesota name holder for her and the children's proper names and their birth certificate names. Well, as they lie on the lady, they actually changed the names. If it was a mistake or not, I don't know. But they changed the middle name around, each kid's name around to the other kid's middle name. So we did the Minnesota name holder again, 2 days before court. So we also did claiming the children in the newspaper, and we also did the Minnesota name holder in the newspaper for 4 weeks, and got a certificate of publication at the end, which notified all the agencies, because the agencies are all connected. They all communicate and cooperate with each other, so they knew what was going on. 2 days before the actual final hearing, or what we thought was the final hearing, we did the Minnesota name holder in the name that the court had created the second time, and I gave the lady some of the best technology that exists about presenting a notice to the judge on an index card whenever it's your turn to speak, and that way the prosecutor can't object. And if there's no objection, then what's on the card really becomes true and gets entered into evidence, which it did. And the judge shook his head. He didn't want to say what it was because he didn't want the prosecutor to be able to object, because the judge knew at the time that she had done the posting in the newspaper for the Minnesota name holder. She did all these things that prove they were her property. And the judge gave in at the end, ruled that she was getting the children back, and it took approximately 46 days to work them out of the system from the foster home back to the mom. And at that point it's really technically not over. They have to do home visits and like a investigation to get her out of the system to make sure it's okay, which is a bunch of crap. And then they give them a letter to each person in the family. Each child gets a letter. The mom gets a letter, at least in Ohio. And then once that happens, they're completely discharged from the system, which will be approximately a year and a half for almost absolutely nothing. They took this lady's children. So that's another great success story. She had came to visit me yesterday, let me meet the children, and she hadn't had custody of them for about 10 months. Now, if she would have messed around very much longer, these children would have ended up getting adopted out. You know, they do this every day. I don't need to tell you guys. They do this every day. They violate people's rights, take people's children, and there's almost no way to beat them. You have to understand how their system works, and you have to apply the correct mechanisms to basically comply, but you have to claim the children also, because they are your property. If you don't do those things and you don't get everything in order, then they're allowed to take your children. If you get disgruntled or mean or fight or argue or cuss, you know, they look at it as not complying and dishonor, and then you're just doomed and you don't get your children. It's that easy. They can just wave their magic wand, take the cops to your house, and take your children away. And I believe they took this baby from the hospital. So, you know, she didn't get to spend many nights with her mother, but now she's with her forever. So it's a great success, and please give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you soon.